Hello all, welcome to my channel. In this video, we are going to talk about medical examination or the medical procedure that we have to follow while we are applying for ITA, and that is how it is very essential as well as crucial to understand that how the procedure is being done. So let's just start with the beginning as how we are going to proceed for the medical examination. So as the name is suggesting, it's quite scary, or it's quite worrying, but nothing to worry about, because I have been through all of this examination. My family have been through, even my kids were being through the medical examination. I'm telling you, this is a very simple process, but it's very essential. So we need to understand what are the steps we need to follow, as well as what are the precautions we need to take care while we are going through the medical examination. Alright, so let's start with the procedure. Now let's understand what exactly is the medical examination, why the Canada is asking us to give our medical examination. So the first and the foremost reason that is being associated with this medical examination is that when you are going to land into the Canada and you'll be the PR of the Canada, they will be providing you each and every medical facility for free. Since they are going to provide you every medical facility for free, they want you to go through a medical examination where you can prove yourself that you are free from the contagious sort of diseases such as HIV/AIDS and TB. So nothing to worry about, right? Let's just start that how we can apply for medical examination. So since this is something which is related to immigration, we cannot go to any random place. So when we cannot go to any random place, we need to understand there are certain specific places which are being nominated by the Canada Immigration Services over here in India, are given already in the website of the Canada Immigration. I am also putting down that link over here in the description. So you can go down in the description and find out what hospitals and what places are basically nominated for the medical examination. And for the sake of your information only, there are very few hospitals are being nominated. Let's say if we talk about Delhi, so in Delhi only 3 hospitals are being nominated for the sake of medical examinations. So there is a PDF file you can download from that website and can find out your nearby place and can book the appointment. So booking the appointment is the next procedure or the next step that you have to follow after finding out the suitable hospital as well as your timing in the PDF file of the nominated hospitals as well as doctors that are given on the site of Canada Immigration, right? So after finding the that your suitable hospital as well as the doctor, you have to call the doctor first in order to take the appointment. Nothing can be proceeded unless or until you have taken the appointment. So for the sake of that, you can just ring in the numbers that are being given over there on the website. So that is nothing kind of a rocket science over here. You just need to dial the number. You can book your appointment as well as you can also ask for the fee, because there are variations in the fee of available hospitals. So this is how you are going to book your appointment, and this is the second step. So you need to take care while you are booking the appointment. You need to understand that once you have booked your appointment, you should not cancel it. It does not mean that you cannot cancel it. Yes, you can, but I suggest you not to cancel it again and again. Rather appear on the same day and the same time whenever you are being booked for the medical examination. Now, who are eligible for the medical examination? So whosoever is accompanying the primary candidate is responsible to give the medical examination, means each and everyone, either that candidate is going along with you or not with you, you will all the family will have to appear for the medical examination. But the nature of the medical examination will be different for both the parties, such as the adults and the children. So the children before the age of 2 will only have a physical examination, and after the age of 2 a child will go the physical examination as well as the urine examination. Besides this, if we talk about what kind of examinations are being done for the adults, so for the adults Basically, there are two very important examinations that are being done, which is called as HIV test examination as well as the TB. Since I already have told you that these two diseases are contagious in nature, so they do take care of only these two diseases besides your mental health, your any other case history, your physical examination, your urine examination. So this is how these are the primarily tests which are going to be done for the adults, right? So there is nothing to worry about. There are the kind of examination you are going to appear in are quite simple in nature. Now moving ahead as what is next after booking the appointment, right? So after booking the appointment, the next step is to go to the hospital at the same time you are being asked. But I suggest you to go to prior at least half an hour to the hospital. Although there is outbreak of COVID, so the people won't allow you to go before the time allotted to you, but for the sake of getting your documents done, right? So let's say you just have reached at your venue at the hospital wherever you have booked your appointment. So you need to take care of the document that you are going to carry with yourself. So let's talk about the documents that are being required over there for the sake of medical examination. So first and foremost, your passport is very, very important. So not only the primary applicant, but all the applicants accompanying the primary applicant to the Canada are going to have their passports along with the 3 passports copies. That is very, very important. So always take along at least 3 passport copies with you in order to avoid any hassle at the hospital, right? Besides, I would also suggest you to carry some of your photographs, the recent one. Although in my case, I was not asked by the hospital administrators to bring in my photos, but we did carried our photos. So I suggest you to, whenever you are going and wherever you are going, you should always carry your 2 to 3 passports for the sake of medical examination. Although they take their own photographs, the real-time photographs in the hospital only, right? So and one very, very important document that is not to be missed is your invitation letter. So you have to also carry your invitation letter along with you and your passports. That are very, very essential, right? So this is how the documentation you need to do prior to going to the appointment, right? All right, so now you are at the hospital and you are waiting for your turn. So you need to go to the reception. You need to show your email to them that you have booked an appointment over here for the purpose. You need to state the purpose, which is very, very essential. Although they will be asking you, but you need to also take care of that why you are going there. That PR express entry, maybe you are applying for study visa, maybe you are applying for work permit. So in this case, that since we are talking of PR express entry, so you need to understand that you need to state your objective as well. So over there, some of the formalities will be done regarding your documentation. The receptionist would be guiding you well that what is to be done, how it is to be done, and you need to follow certain procedures. What's next? So next is your medical examination with the doctor. So the examination is being divided into 2 parts. The first part is your physical examination. Your weight, height is being checked, and also your eyesight. Please do not forget to bring in your specs along with you if you are using it, because it is very, very essential. And whenever you are being asked to show your specs, or whenever you are being asked to show your glasses, you must show them and also should state them clearly that this is my number and I wear glasses, right? So there is nothing to hide about it. Now what's next? After that physical examination, you will be asked to give the urine sample as well as blood sample. And after that you are being done with the half of the examination. Now remaining part is about your x-ray and about your consultation with the medical examiner. So x-ray procedure, you have to go to the allotted room where your x-ray is going to be done, and over there after you need to proceed to the person or through the medical examiner where you are being asked certain questions. The questions are quite general in nature, so you need not to worry about them. They are very simple, but again I would ask you to please be very confident about your thing. Do not hesitate, do not shy, do not do not be scared at what is going to be asked. They are going to ask you very simple questions such as, have you ever been through any operation? Did you have any history of TB, or maybe do you have any tattoo? So you need to just straight away talk about your all the answers, right? So do not hesitate about it. It's just a simple counseling session sort of, and the medical examiner would ask only these simple questions. So after that you are done with the medical examination, and that's how it is quite simple to go through, which earlier we think is quite scary as well as quite tough. But again, the simple procedure is to follow the steps and follow the all the essential things that we need to carry along with us. But very important thing after this is to collect your receipt, which is very important. So one document, it will be handed over to you by the receptionist after your examination is being done. That document is pretty important, and if you are going to miss that document, your ITA file is not complete. So you need to take this into your consideration before leaving the place. Take that particular paper along with you, because that is the only proof you have that your medical examination is done, right? So at the same time, you never get the medical examination result, because the result is directly being sent to the Canada, and it will appear to your account after 15 days. So the 15 days is the minimum time which you need to take into your consideration, that after certain time they will automatically be updating your medical examination. But that receipt that you have to collect from the medical reception is very essential, because along with your other ITA document you have to upload that as well. And if you are not uploading that, your ITA application is incomplete. So I thoroughly ask you again that please collect that, take care of that, and save that, right? So this is how the medical examination is being done, and this is how it is quite simple, right? So this is all about the medical examination. If you like the video, do subscribe channel and also hit the like button. And if you want to see other videos followed for the PR express entry, that how we are going to do the filing and what else is being required to complete your file for the ITA, such as PCC, you can also subscribe my channel. And till then, goodbye, take care.